Girlies. It's your girl, Just Stephanie P, or Stephanie, whatever you want to say. And I am back with a detailed silk press video for you guys. Now, before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that post notification bell. That way you get alerted when I upload a video. And let's just jump right into it. Now, for this detailed silk press video, listen, we're only going to be using one product. Now, I wanted to include like how I wash, and condition the hair and things. So, it's nothing fancy or anything like that. It's just, I wash the hair with whatever shampoo of your choice. I think I use the Aussie Moist. And when I wash the hair, I only wash the scalp, or I focus my attention rather like on the scalp and cleaning the scalp, and I do that for 2 to 3 times. Then I go ahead with the conditioner and the deep conditioner, and I let that sit in for maybe like 10 15 minutes, and I go ahead and wash that out. But the key to a good silk press is making sure that your hair is thoroughly clean, which is why I wanted to include this clip, because you want to make sure that your hair is thoroughly clean and prepped, so that way when we go to silk press, everything will be silky. So this is what her hair is looking like after we have washed, conditioned, and deep conditioned. And the camera is not really showing her curl pattern, showing up like super black. But she definitely has a kinkier type of texture, But anyways, like I told you guys in my last silk press video, I like to section things out and work in sections. It's just so much easier. So for me, I parted the hair down the middle, vertically and horizontally, so I ended up with 4 sections. Now you can do as many sections as you want, whatever you're comfortable with, but for me, I just did 2 sections in the back and 2 sections in the front. So I'm just going to split that in half, and we are going to twist that up. Now, if you guys haven't noticed, like I haven't detangled anything yet, because we're about to get to that. But first, we're just splitting everything up so that it'll be easier for us to work with the hair. Now, for the one and only product we're going to be using is the Silk Infusion. Now, you can get this at Target or Ulta. I'm not really sure about the beauty supply store, but I bought mine from Target, and I've also purchased it from Ulta as well. But you just want to take a nickel-sized amount, and you just want to make sure you evenly coat the hair. And then that's when I go in and I detangle. So I detangle the same way that I blow dry. I start from the bottom and I work my way up. I do not like, starting at the top of the head. To me, I just feel like it makes the hair more matted, and it just tangles the hair up. So I like to make sure that the hair is detangled properly from the bottom, and then I work my way up to the scalp. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to blow dry her hair and make sure that her hair is completely dry. You do not want the hair damp, so make sure that the roots are completely dry, because you do not want wet hair. Now, depending on what type of mood I'm in, I will either use a comb attachment or I will use a detangling brush. So it's completely up to you, whichever one is more comfortable. I think, if you're doing it yourself, a comb attachment definitely would be better, more sufficient. So try and see which one works for you. But I have done it with both, with the detangling brush and with the blow dryer comb, and I have gotten the same results. So to each his own, is your particular preference. Now, I know you guys see like white flakes, and it's because my sister suffers with extremely dry skin and dry scalp. So I cleaned most of it off of her scalp, like 95% of it, but she still have like patches throughout her skin. So I gave her some oil to use that I had mixed up for her. I gave her some oil to use, for like when she's, at home, and when I'm not doing her hair, she can put it in her hair to do like a hot oil treatment for her hair. But yes, her hair is clean. No, that's not dirt. It's just her dry scalp. Can we talk about how straight her hair is just off of the blow dry, right? So like this is what you want. This is what you want your hair to look like. Like you want to get it as straight as possible with the blow dryer first, okay? Because the straighter it is off of the blow dry, the easier it's going to be to press your hair out, okay? So when I silk press the hair, I like to take a very thin section, okay? I like to work with thin sections. And for me, when I pass the flat iron through the hair, I go over the roots, a couple of times, but I only go down the shaft of her hair once, okay? Now, I know y'all see me using a brush, and I just particularly prefer to use the brush, okay? Like, I feel like the hair gets more silkier with the brush than it do with the comb. But it's completely up to you. Do you, boo-boo, okay? But I use the brush. I just feel like the brush gives me the best results that I'm looking for. So, like I said, when I press the hair, I like to part thin sections. Like, that's why I included the parting clip, so you guys can see like how small the section is. So you want to take small sections, like that's the key. I go over the roots a few times, but I only go down the shaft of the hair one time, since it's the oldest part of the hair. So do what you need to do. Break the sections up if you need to. But please make sure that they are thin sections, because it'll allow for an easier pass throughout your hair. So let's talk about the flat iron that I'm using. You guys seen this in my previous silk press video. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up in the cards or down below in the description. But this is the Babyliss Pro. This is the nano titanium. Is it 1 inch? I really don't know. I bought it a long time ago, but it'll be linked down below. And the temperature that I have this on, is it 375 or 410? I think it's 410. Now, one thing I did want to say is around the perimeter of the hair, like if you don't catch it with the bigger flat irons, please do not try to like go around like the perimeter of your hair and risk burning yourself or burning someone else. Just wait until the end after you finish pressing the entire head, and then go in with a smaller flat iron. I thought I recorded it, but it did not end up recording. But at the very end, I take all of the hair and I gather it up into a ponytail, and whatever around the perimeter, the pieces that I may not have got with the flat iron, I just go over it with a smaller flat iron. So it's still the same process. I use just a smaller flat iron around the perimeter of the hair. Like, I'm not hell bent on making sure that I get the perimeter. Like, no, I don't want to risk burning the client. I don't want to risk burning, myself. So no, I just use a smaller flat iron.
Then dip me underway. You can feel my blood flow. Hold me till I scream for air to breathe, and wash me over until my well runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby,
Okay, you guys, so like this is the final result. Like, tell me that's not a silk press. Like, that's such a beautiful silk press right there. It's full of body, it's full of movement. Like, it's not stiff, like stiff wear. Like, no thank you, no ma'am, not over here, boo-boo. But if you follow these steps, I promise you your hair will be the same. Like, you will have the same results. And I know you guys are like, her hair needs to be trimmed. We know that. We just agreed that we were going to trim it the next time she got her hair silk pressed. Now, I didn't go in and put any curls or anything like that in it because we silk pressed her hair for another video that we are doing, which is the braided extended ponytail. So that's why we didn't go in and like put any curls or anything like that in it. But look at that movement. Yes, honey. But that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.